Now to a smelly saga that seems to have come to an end in Berlin. People in town have been complaining about a stench that was coming from a food recycling facility for a while, but after some changes, the odor has mostly cleared. NBC Connecticut's Jane Chaco has the update some have been waiting for years.
It was very pungent.
It's almost like a rancid meat smell.
That's how neighbors in Berlin describe the smell in the air in 2024, 2 years after Bright Feeds began operations. But now the air is clear thanks to this. It's called a regenerative thermal oxidizer, installed last April. Put simply, it works like a catalytic converter, getting rid of the smell from emissions. Employees at a car dealership around the corner noticed a difference.
It was nauseating at times. But that was over a year ago, I think, and it's very good now.
There were also concerns about health risks. The State Department of Public Health looked at the exposure to contaminants emitted into the air from the facility. Their final report found that breathing contaminants at the ambient air concentrations modeled by DEEP is not expected to harm the health of community members. At a town council meeting tonight, a toxicologist from DPH says chemicals released during food processing can cause headaches or nausea, but their analysis found the odor doesn't pose any long-term risk.
Smelling something doesn't always mean it's dangerous. Oftentimes, odors can be noticeable at concentrations that are far below the levels that harm your health.
The town passed a noise ordinance last June, lowering the amount of decibels emitted at certain times and places. The mayor says Bright Feeds has been compliant, but some say it's not enough.
I bought like 3 different noise-canceling headphones, and I just sleep with them every night because otherwise I can't fall asleep.
And we spent some time at Bright Feeds, and their CEO was out of town, but they sent a statement saying they welcome the findings in DPH's report, and they remain committed to the continued operation of their facility that protects the well-being of their workers and the community.
Well, Jane, you spent hours out there today working on this story. I got to ask you, did you smell anything? Did you hear anything?
So right on the property, we could smell something, but the closest homes were about 2,000 feet away. It was a whole neighborhood away. So there we couldn't really smell or hear anything. That was our experience, at least today.
Well, Jane, we're certainly, and we know people in town are hoping that this issue is over. We've been on it for a couple of years now. What happens if it isn't? What comes next?
So the mayor says that you should document anything that you experience. Write down the time, the date, take a video if you can of the noise, and then send it to the town because they're interested in doing more research, more analysis, because they want to protect the well-being of everybody in town.
We'll stay on top of it, Jane Chaco. Thank you.